0, 1. Let's get started.
Why they stopping me?
Grace and peace. It's the Right Reverend Dr. Nicole B. Simpson coming to you today for this installment of Standing on Business. I come as the Generation X, those individuals that, were born between 1965 and 1980, of which I am 1971, to talk about what it is that we can do, especially as we're gearing up for the holiday season. Because when I talk about standing on business, one of the things that I have determined over time is that we serve as the bridge. The bridge between what, Reverend Doctor? The bridge between the baby boomers and the millennials. We are the ones that, as I indicated, first-time generation wealth acquirers, maybe the ones that received, the college education and continue to advance. We are them. And so we have this level of influence that I think is especially necessary as we enter into the holiday season. And I know you're like, holiday season? Yeah, well, hello, Thanksgiving is next week. And we literally just came out of what? We came out of the shutdown where the world is trying to get back together again. In the industry that I'm in, the securities industry, one of the things is numbers that impact the economy. They're starting to slowly filter out so that you know how devastating we are or aren't. In the last few days alone, the market has been on a downward trajectory because there's economic uncertainty. And one particular company came out with the reportings of their earnings. I don't want to talk about what that company is, but I will say it's a red and white circle, one that we made a decision because they decided DE&I was not important to them anymore. So we decided not to give them our dollars. And they came out with the reportings and they had serious misses. Why am I telling you this? Because the economic agenda, the economic strategy is the only strategy to me that is going to work effectively, coupled with or in support of your willingness to get out there and exercise your right to vote. So when I talk about standing on business, I'm not asking for permission. We're not asking individuals for permission to do what it is that they've always done to us. What we are saying is we're demanding what is justifiably ours because we are participants in this economy, in this United States of America. It would not be who she is without us. Off of the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, based off of our intellectual capital, and right now, based off of our consumerism. And so you may want to erase the history books and try to act as if we weren't critical participants in here, or act as if what we endured was not legitimate. But here's the thing. I understand you don't care. So let's just be clear. We understand that you don't care about the woes or the challenges of African Americans, but what you do care about is our dollars. And right now, the way to stand on our business is to focus inwardly. And the Black agenda cannot be an effective tool to be utilized if we do not take into consideration how our money must be considered. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are we supposed to do with our money? We ought to establish our own businesses. I've been talking about that since day one. Since we started this journey, you need to have your own business. You ought to be able to take advantage of all of the tax laws that are designed specifically for small business owners. That's how the United States is really established. They will bail out a small business before they bail out an individual like you and or I. If you don't believe me, we're just getting back into the swing of things. But remember, the government had shut down. They didn't care about feeding individuals. They didn't care about making sure that you're okay. They don't care that foreclosures are creeping up. They don't care that unemployment is is creeping back up as well. They don't care about those things. And so what we have to do is understand the power that we do have to make a difference, and the power that we have, Generation Xers, with your level of influence to be the bridge between baby boomers and millennials. We have the power to withhold our dollars. Earnings have been coming out in the last few weeks. And so one of the things that we know is a major company that we made a decision to boycott since the beginning of the year, since they very publicly pulled their DE&I initiatives. We publicly pulled our dollars out of their stores, and they have suffered. Even earlier this week, their earnings came out and the impact is egregious. It doesn't matter that they have a new CEO coming in. There's no traffic in the stores. And since I watch CNBC all day while I'm in my office, the one thing that has not been stated yet is why this is happening. So I'm going to tell you, even though the analysts don't want to tell you, or the commentators don't want to tell you, when Black people withhold their dollars, it affects or impacts your bottom line. We see this now because we've had 2 legitimate quarters. I would dare say 3 before people started paying attention. But at minimum, 2 legitimate quarters that shows when we withhold our dollars, companies will suffer. So a part of this strategy, and it's going out and it's finally sounding like we as minorities are singing like a mass choir. I love every bit of it because this is what's necessary in order for us to become the entrepreneurs, to become self-sufficient, to become financially free. We're all singing the same song. So here is the thing, your charge as we are gathering together with our families and our loved ones. Continue to withhold the dollar. Now, that doesn't mean, because I know it's unrealistic, it does not mean spend nothing nowhere, right? What it is that we're saying is that we all need to, and this is very important, we all need to pare back our spendings. We all need to save a little bit more. We all need to put away for a rainy day. We all need to stop being the consumers that we were. So if each one of us could, if we could just, even if you stop doing 10% of what you used to do financially, and you allocated those resources into those businesses that we're looking to establish, if we can take our money out of the common areas in which we utilize it, and we start shifting those dollars in a place where it is dealing with people such as you and me, people that are minorities, we're supporting other businesses, and they can be sustainable in our community. And then we ourselves are pulling money out of corporations that care little or nothing about us. They don't care about us. They're not coming to save us. We must save ourselves. And so the best way to save ourselves, if you can remember, our ancestors have already done this, is stop giving them the dollars. They don't care about who you are. They don't care about your lifestyle. What they care about is profitability. So that major company that is suffering, right? We don't need to go there. And so if we are strategic in our engagement, there are other companies that are now on the list. We're not going to stop shopping altogether. But if you would just be committed to pulling back a certain amount of your dollars in those major areas, and then channeling that money into a place where other business owners are, entrepreneurs that look like you are, it would work wonders. I'm going to give you an example. Is that all right if I give you an example? As a certified financial planner, that means I manage people's money. That means I may help people with insurance. That means I advise small business owners. That means I help people with tax preparation. If your CPA or your financial advisor or your investment stockbroker or your insurance agent is someone that does not look like you, but they have your dollars and don't care about you, do you know that there is a whole group of Black certified financial planners probably in a community near you where you can get the level of expertise and people that understand what you're going through? Do you know that there's an association for Black CPAs that you can check out the years of tenure, and if they're up to date on their credits and continuing education? Did you know that there are Black insurance professionals that you can go, you can research and find out who can I do my business, property and casualty, life insurance, life and health, that you can do your business with, and not always just give our money to other cultures that may not even sell us the best stuff. And so when we start thinking that way, because every other culture builds their businesses of services or within their community. So I don't want to say off the backs of their community, but within the structure of their community. Asians sell to Asians. Asians service Asians. Hispanics service Hispanics. They sell to Hispanics, black, white, everyone else. White people sell to everybody. So if black people started selling to black people, imagine where all of us can be as a collective community. This Thanksgiving, what you have the opportunity to do as a Generation Xer is to just get your family to buy in to the idea and make sure everybody sits this Black Friday out. Be home, not out in these streets. Okay, I'm going to keep it going because I'm going to be here with a special Thanksgiving. I promise you that I will, because I want us to really sit back and think and plan and strategize. And if you weren't on board at the beginning of the year, get on board. So, like, subscribe, share, make a day of it. Instead of going out to the mall, why don't you start from lesson number 1? Episode number 1, standing on business, and do that marathon. Y'all know how it is. It's your girl, Reverend Dr. Nicole B. Simpson, signing out. I will see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you that don't catch me while I'm calling you. Peace.